Alright, hello. This is going to be a tour of Logres for you. So, right now this is the outside. This is the side that faces Danaan Highway. I don't know why they scream that loudly. Yeah, so that's the gate. Sorry if I sound very bored, I'm just not entirely certain what to say here. Yeah, so this is the entranceway. What can I say about the architecture here? Compared to Pendrago, of course this is the stone is a lot older in Pendrago than it is in Logres. The houses in Logres are a little different from the ones in Pendrago, as far as I remember. However, I do remember that the doors, these doors, that style of door right there, you can actually find that same style in Pendrago as well. So that is at least one thing that connects them. That's the flag. Since this is the capital of Midgand, that's the flag with the king's crest and their little slogan. Though I think it was Wings for Ideal or something. No, that's not what that's no, that's your name. It was Determination is our wing. There we go. That was what it was. This little area is this is a plaza, I guess. I don't think this is here in Pendrago. I especially know that these little flower tile things are not in Pendrago. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain they're not, which is a travesty because they're pretty. Let's see. So this is the first area of Logres, and if we go over here, where does this go? This goes into the part that has the N. Yes. My frame rate is dropping, but I'm sure you don't mind that. I'm pretty sure this area is in Pendrago, but again, these are not in Pendrago, so it's so hard to figure out the link between Logres and Pendrago because the layout is just completely different. Except for the church, because obviously that's the only thing that connects them, really. I just noticed that there's statues up there. I don't think those are there in Zestiria. I wonder who those are. Wait, there's 5 of them. There's 5 of them. Those are probably the Empyreans, actually. Or, they're human idols of the Empyreans. Or they might just be whatever their human forms look like, I can't really tell from here because they are very low res. But, yeah. There you go, that's some lore. Yeah, so that's the church. I don't think the statues are there in Zestiria, actually, but I know that largely the exterior here is the same in Zestiria as it is here. The stairs leading up to it are probably not in Zestiria, but it's been a while since I last checked. But yeah. And obviously in Zestiria, the shrine church part of it was actually done, but here in Berseria, it is not. I need to get around the crowd. and I just wanted to. I came in here to reiterate a point. So in a scene at some point in the game, Eisen noted that most of the architecture in this building particularly was mainly just to symbolize the Empire's power. So there's not really much meaning behind most of this architecture, except for just to symbolize the Empyreans and also as a symbol of their power, basically, and which is what some architecture is done for, because, you know, sometimes it's only to show off for a culture or something. You know, there's plenty of monuments in the real life that were built literally just to flex on other people. And that's kind of what the church is for the Abbey and the Empire. It's basically a flex. But yeah, like this entire little area was not in Zestiria, and I am like truly confused as to how that happens, because in Zestiria you literally just walk up to the door. But here you have like 2 layers of stairs, and I'm just so confused as to why the architecture and layout is so completely different. I mean, I know it's 1,000 years difference, but it shouldn't be that much unless Pendrago went through a period at some point of like completely rebuilding the town or something, much like, you know, kind of like how Highland, the Kingdom of Highland, had to basically rebuild themselves after this point because Lady Lake was beneath Lake Pernia, and most of it was destroyed basically. I wonder if Logris had to do that at some point, and the result was like Pendrago, you know. So yeah, I think this might be the fountain. Oh, there's people I haven't talked to before. This might be the fountain that you actually see in Pendrago's main area. Yeah, because this is like the main square of the town. Yeah, because the tavern's there. So this is like the main square. And in Zestiria, like this top part, I don't think this top part's in Zestiria at all. And like, so this where we are right now is where the fountain is. Church is over there. Yeah. And this fountain looks exactly like the fountain in Zestiria. Maybe a different fountain, but it's a fountain. In the background over there, you can see the castle, Logris Castle, which is also in Zestiria, and you also much like in Zestiria, the palace is off limits, which is sad, but it's there. Yeah, see, and then see that door again. The door's everywhere in here, actually. I'm trying to like. A lot of the stonework is literally the same, probably the same stone as found in Zestiria. Like, obviously the stones here look a lot newer because like Logris is a fairly new town in Berseria, and then 1,000 years later, like the stonework is old, you know. But yeah, that's all I can really think to tell you. In Berseria, Logris is said on the world map, Logris is said to be the site of the Royal Castle Abbey headquarters and also the church to the Empyreans. And that's really all there is to the lore for it, honestly. And there's the tavern. Ooh, no more new people I haven't talked to. I should probably go and talk to people. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fairly certain most of these buildings are not in Zestiria, but I'm sorry, this is not the greatest tour video I wanted to make, but it is a tour video, so I hope it's at least helping you. Yeah. And like this is the shop. Yeah, that's really all I can think to tell you. I'm sorry, Meg. I hope this is at least helpful, though. Like, literally Logres is just basically the Midgard Empire saying, hey, look, we're awesome and powerful because it's big and it's fortress-like, and the church is flexing on everybody. Ooh, hang on. Okay, yeah, you can see the church from the plaza over here. You see it there in the distance, and then you can see the castle over there. So yeah, it is big. They definitely, from a level design perspective, they definitely make use of distancing to give you a sense of size here. So yeah, I knew I was going to forget something. So these little symbols you see here on the wall, I'm fairly certain those are also in Zestiria. Like they're on one of the, you know how there's a wall behind the fountain in Zestiria? This symbol I'm pretty sure is on that wall. I will go and check in Zestiria for you, but I'm pretty sure they are because I remember making a note of these when I first saw them. So there's that. So it turns out I'm a lying liar because apparently my memory's not as good as I thought it was. But yes, these flower things are actually still in Pendrago. So yeah, so that is actually something. The fountain is indeed here, and what I was talking about before, these things, those things, yeah. And so yeah, that's basically all I wanted to tell you on that front. So yeah, these things are still here, fountain, and whatever that symbol is supposed to be. Okay, so actually I have several things to tell you from the Zestiria point of view. So first of all, it feels like the church was flipped in Berseria from where it was in Zestiria, because as you see, it's over here on the left hand side, and the castle is like over here. But in the map that's in Berseria, this is literally flipped. So I don't know if at like some point maybe they changed locations, or I don't know how to explain that, because a lot of this is still the same from Berseria, like these 4 pillars. Also, these statues are actually still there in Zestiria, but as I remember, there is only one staircase, and I don't know where the second staircase came from, because the only staircases here are like miles apart. So I'm really confused as to how that even happened. Maybe the map designers did not consult with each other, because that's kind of inconsistent. But yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to tell you. The walls are also kind of higher, it seems. I don't know. I feel like I don't see as much of the backdrops as I did in Logres. So maybe over time they built up the walls more. That's my only guess, really, for that from a lore perspective. So yeah. And one last note, the houses in Pendrago are actually the same kind of style as the ones in Logris. They just, obviously look very, very, very old now in Zestiria. Like in Logris, they were, the stone was very white, whereas this is all gray and cracky and just terrible looking, because Zestiria. Yeah, but so they are basically the same style, though. Like they're little German style houses, I guess you could call them. So that's what they look like to me, anyway. Alright, I think that's about all the notes I can make for you, so I hope that helped. Let me know if you wanted me to talk about anything else, though, because that's really all I can think to tell you. So yeah, I'm sorry. I hope this was helpful at least.